Oh, the mistakes that I have made. I'm gonna be sharing with you the top 10 fitness mistakes that I made so that you do not have to make these yourself. In honor of laughing at and discussing my top 10 fitness mistakes, I would really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the community. More importantly, let's start discussing the mistakes that I made so that you don't have to do these yourself. The first mistake I made, I spent way too much time looking in the mirror. And when I say this, I think it is fantastic to take pictures of your journey at all stages. You will want to have those to look back on them. Promise you. Take the pictures, take the videos. Having progress pictures and videos for reference is great, but I am talking if you're somebody like how I was, who would do mirror checks multiple times throughout the day. How is my stomach? Do I look loaded? Did my legs grow? We have to stop it. We got to step away from the mirror. Nothing is going to change that dramatically on a day-to-day basis. It's more important to take those progress pictures, look at them in 2-3 weeks from now, maybe 1-2-3 months from now, as instead of making those daily checks to the mirror. It's just going to leave you feeling defeated, and in my personal experience, created a lot of body dysmorphia for myself. I didn't need to know how I was looking every single second of the day. Second biggest fitness mistake was thinking that somebody else's calorie goal and meal plan would work for me. When I started my fitness journey, I watched and consumed a lot of media from the bodybuilding community. So their diets were very, very strict, and that is what I thought I had to do, and that is what I thought would work for me. I thought that food must be a magic food. I thought that calorie goal that she's at must be a magic calorie goal. But the truth is, everybody's journey is so incredibly different. The foods that we all need and the nutrients that we all need are completely different. So seriously, just because somebody says this is what I do to maintain muscle, or this is what I do to lose muscle, this is what I eat to lose fat, does not mean that you need that exact same plan. Do not make this mistake. I promise you, I suffered a lot by thinking that what so-and-so fit followed would work for me. The third biggest fitness mistake, as I said in the past, I consumed a lot of media from bodybuilders, models, fitness models. I would find myself comparing my body and my progress to how they look. Do not compare your progress to these shredded fitness models, bodybuilders, these elite athletes that are at their chapter 10 when we are just starting our journey off. And this honestly holds true even if you're chapter 5, chapter 8 of your journey. Still, you should not compare yourself to people that have different goals, or compare yourself to anybody in general, because everybody's body is incredibly different, and that is our superpower. We have to remember, nobody is me and I am not anybody else, and that is our biggest superpower. So when it comes to looking at media, looking at Instagram, looking at TikTok, and you see these shredded physiques, these crazy physiques, and you think, why don't I look like that? Take a moment to step back and kind of digest things. Understand, why am I looking at this and thinking that that should be me? Why do I have to look that way? And take a few moments to kind of appreciate your body and understand that this is where you're at, and that's good, and that's cool, and we're gonna make progress. Number 4, not investing in a good lifting shoe. Nowadays, I know everything is a little bit expensive, but I promise you will not regret having a good lifting shoe. It will make the world of a difference when it comes to your training, and also for your own safety and your own foot health. When I started working out, I kind of just wore any type of like Nike trainer, something that was even a running shoe, and that's not gonna be ideal in the gym. In some cases, you're better off going barefoot than wearing a running shoe when lifting weights. A couple of my favorite lifting shoes are shoes from Innovate, Nike Metcons, and any type of a Reebok Nano. Those are gonna be really great options. Number 5, allowing gym intimidation to get the best of me. And believe me, I know it is hard. Even to this day, I still experience a lot of gym intimidation. I recently started going to a gym that is a lot more bodybuilders, and while I started off my journey in that atmosphere, I sort of transitioned into a different world where I wasn't surrounded by super swole people that were really intense in lifting weights. So now that I'm back in that world, I understand how gym intimidation is real and it can feel very scary. But one thing I want to remind you of is do not ever let it stop you, because everybody in that gym, everybody that you see that is really strong, has a ton of muscle, they all had to start where you are right here, right now. That always helps to give me a little peace of mind in knowing that, okay, everybody has to start from ground one. We all have to crawl before we walk. And another thing that does give me peace of mind, which can be hard, because I know when you have a little bit of social anxiety and you're in a social situation, like being in a busy gym, it feels like people are looking at you, they're thinking about you, they're judging you. I would honestly say there is not a single person in a gym that is overly consumed with what you are doing. And if they are, and they have something mean or rude to say about it, then you don't want to be around them anyway. And nobody that is doing better than you is going to say anything rude to you. A couple things that you can also do to help is when you enter a busy gym, first find a piece of cardio equipment or a space to stretch where you can just sit and become aware with your surroundings. This is something that helps me out a lot and that I would often do with my clients is walk into the gym, get an understanding of, okay, everything's okay. I'm not just stepping into this crazy busy situation where I am going to lose my mind and my anxiety is getting the best of me. Number 6, trying to get stronger and lift more before really focusing on nailing the basics and nailing your form. This is something that I did struggle with, but I did have a coach when I started off my journey that really made me focus on form. But I felt very inclined to try and get stronger, to try and push my limits, lift more without really taking the time to focus on my form. When you focus on your form and you nail down your form, you know exactly how you need to move in order to be strong, be safe, and move more weight. You're going to be stronger than you are if you just kind of learn the basics and then really just try to push it, get more weight, lift more. Prioritize your movement and getting your form down. Number 7, being very dogmatic about my nutrition approach. What I mean by this is there are thousands of different diets out there. There are thousands of different ways to eat, foods to eat, meals to eat, ways to break your calories down, your macros down, and they can all work for different people. But when I started out my fitness journey, I thought I have to eat this way, I have to eat this many calories or else I won't reach my goals, I won't feel good, I won't look good. I was very dogmatic about my approach in the past. Since then, through my education, my bachelor's degree, and multiple certifications after that, I now have a very open mindset with nutrition and take a lot of evidence-based practice and science and studies and implement that into how I train my clients and how I go about nutrition myself. Number 8, being tempted by the flashy, fast fixes. These are things like waist trainers, fat burners, creams to use to help burn fat. Things that I once felt very tempted by. I was very curious. I thought, are these things actually gonna help me? And being somebody that has been on their health and fitness journey now, literally 8 years, almost 10 years, I can promise you that there is no fast, short fix. Something like this may give you a moment of instant gratification. It might make you sweat a little bit more. It's gonna take finding a plan that works for you, practicing different habits, implementing different things into your lifestyle to make it easy, not super overwhelming. But there is no pill that you can pop. There is no waist trainer you can put on to burn all your fat and shrink your waist. None of these are going to get you the results that you want. And I promise you can achieve the results that you want, but it's going to pay off when you do it the right way and you focus on your training, your nutrition, and your recovery. Number 9, this was something that I really put off, honestly, up until maybe 2 years ago, was finding a community, a fitness community to be a part of. I wish so badly that 15, 16, 17, 18, even 19-year-old me had really just stepped a little bit out of my comfort zone and found some girls that were into fitness and tried to connect with them and find a community to feel like I was a part of. And when you are on your health and fitness journey, it really helps to have people that are either on the same path as you, understand what you're going through, are there to help support you, motivate you, give you information, give you tips, and kind of be a part of your journey as well. I now, at 22 years old last year, decided I really want to lean into that. I've always wanted to have that girlfriend that gets what I'm going through, or that girlfriend that knows what it's like to, hit the gym in the morning or lift weights. And I've always wanted to have that, which is why I created the Strong Sisters United Facebook group to create that community of women that just want somebody to help carry them on their journey a bit, to help give them that extra push, to celebrate their wins. The 10th biggest mistake that I made was fearing living a normal life. There are so many vacations and so many weekends and family events that I look back on and I'm like, man, I really ruined that for myself because I was just so afraid to miss a workout, or I was so afraid to modify something that I'm eating that wasn't on plan. So coming from somebody who has really blown a lot of family events and definitely made a lot of vacations a lot harder than they had to be, I promise you, just take the time to enjoy your friends and family. Take the time to enjoy your vacation. Being somebody now who has a very flexible lifestyle and does not fear of living a normal life at all, I promise you, it's worth it. I hope you enjoyed these 10 fitness mistakes that I have made on my journey, and I really hope that you don't have to make these as well. Comment down below what some fitness mistakes you've made that you've learned from are. I would love to hear them. And if you need help on your journey with any of these things, if you feel like you're struggling through 1 through 10 of what I just said or anything else, please comment down below. I would love more than anything to chat with you and to get to help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to come join the Strong Sisters United community. Don't be shy. Don't make the 9th fitness mistake that I made and not be a part of a community. See you guys in the next video. Bye.